That bull with a short tail, Alex. It's a little to the left. See a little stumpy tail. Again, it could be various reasons for that, but most likely would have been from lions at some stage. Also look at that big scrape on his left hand side, on his back side there. Scar there, maybe even from the same time. Lion's probably trying to jump on him, get hold of him, grab him around the back area, grab the tail quite often as they do, and in the process maybe bit it off. But you can see, not a bull to be messed with. I'm sure the lion probably carried a scar or two as well. You see massive shoulders and neck. Bull in his prime still. While we're looking at these buffalo, I want to thank Alex. Thanks, Alex, for letting me use your camera. So we've got camera again. Shot, Rick. Let's get a bit closer to them. See some of these buffalo doing their early morning ablutions as well, getting ready for the day. See there further ahead, the core of the group mostly still lying down.
Looks mad, eh?
He does look insane. Sure. Maybe that lion fight was quite traumatic for him. And he's now just making sure there's no lion in this vehicle, which I'm quite glad there isn't. From the look in his eyes, if I was a lion, I would never ever mess with that bull again. Very serious looking buffalo. This is the cow I was just photographing. He's got a very wizened look in the eyes. Now again with buffalo, like with a lot of animals I guess, people tend to just in the beginning just see a buffalo and they all look the same. But then once you start looking at them, you'll notice differences. First you'll start with noticing horn differences, bull and cow for instance, but also different bulls, different cows. And then you start seeing different facial expressions almost. Like I said, this cow, it's maybe not the prettiest buffalo I've ever seen, but she's got a certain endearing look to her. She looks like she's seen a lot of things, understands a lot of things, and like other species tend to do, if we do, we must assume that other mammals can. She's gained some wisdom with time, and in her case maybe more wisdom than the average old buffalo. There's something about her that I like. Beautiful face, big ears. Even though she's quite old, she still looks healthy. Nose up. Another bull lying down in the background there, quite a big guy. Doesn't seem to be any rush this morning with this herd. A few of them have stretched legs and moved around a little bit. Different individual buffalo. You look at this one, beautiful, beautiful face even. Not the biggest horns, but cows don't really need that big horns. They're mainly just for protection. You can see her horns in very good condition, nice and sharp tips. She's in very good shape as well. Look at that, not a blemish on the skin, perfect. Coat, very healthy looking. She's probably in her prime. Probably say sort of maybe 12 years, 15 years old or so, maybe a bit less. Trying to remember now, Alex, you can help me think, or Jan even. Can't remember when last we saw that view of a buffalo. Can't remember when last we saw a big herd like this.
It was in December.
Was it December?
Yeah.
Last time I also can't remember for months. One there. It's not a very good example, Valerie, but it'll explain it. I can't see a better one at the moment. See a bit of a like a grey white patch below the eye. Now with a lot of these buffalo, earlier we looked at one of those really big bulls. Unfortunately he's walked away now, but he had perfect streaks, almost reminds you a bit of a cheetah's face. Got these tear marks running down the sides. Now Valerie, to be honest with you, I've never read anything specific. I've never seen something that suggested to me clearly why that is. The only theory I can throw out there is the same as what you suggested. That it's got to do with almost like maybe if they have a lot of tears, maybe irritation in the eyes or something, or watery eyes, consistently putting moisture on the skin there, eventually the skin will dry out because of the moisture. I know that sounds funny, but you'll find if you wash your hands all the time, they'll get very dry eventually. And maybe the same with that. The skin just gets dry enough that the hair doesn't grow there. And again, it's something you typically see more with your older bulls, sometimes with females, but typically more with old bulls. So it's only really the real explanation I can think of it. There's no other relevance or specific behavior to it that I've noticed before. But it certainly is interesting. You get some males, I don't know, there's one bull that we see every year. He's got these beautiful marks, almost makes him look like he's wearing makeup. I've taken some photos of him before. And there you can see it as well. So yeah, it's probably I'm going to look into it a bit. There might also be some kind of gland structure there. Typically you don't have glands that part of the face, but might be another possibility. But to my knowledge, I don't know. Right, well, I think we're going to move on.